no one kind of failed to notice that you have, over the last few years, you have become a very kind of political being. And when did that start? Did that happen after the arrest? Because it seemed like suddenly you were politically much more vocal after the arrest.
After I was outed. I think, if I'm really honest with myself, I don't think I could be this outspoken about other things if I was worried about my privacy being invaded in the way I was years ago. I mean, there's nothing left of it now, so what have I got to lose, really? I've been quite a political person for a very long time, actually. It's just that I've never really seen any need to mix the two things. Right now, I think there's just a need for anyone who can to do exactly that. But also, I think it's to do with meeting Kenny. I think not because Kenny is incredibly politically minded. Yeah, my boyfriend of 7 years now. I think that when you're lonely, if you're very lonely, you have the capacity to be self-obsessed in a way that I think once you're sharing your life with someone properly, I think you start to be, on top of the aging process, I think you just start to look outward a little more when you're not just searching for someone to fill a void in your life, you know? And I suppose that's part of it. Also, my mother dying, I suppose I probably wouldn't do this if my mother was alive, because I know she'd worry for me.
I mean, things like when you did the shoot the dog video, where it was funny, but you were taking a piss out of Blair and Bush and everything, and there was a big backlash in America then, and and the New York Post called you a pervert and everything. Are you
washed up pervert?
A washed up pervert.
Yep.
Keen. And so. But are you worried about that? That kind of, that your record sales in America,
But I gave up my record sales in America in the late 80s. You can't sell records in America without going there and promoting. It's just not possible. Anyone will tell you that, whether you're starting out or whether you've been successful for years and years. If you're not on television in America, it's going to become like that eventually here. But if you're not on TV in America, you just don't exist. So once I decided I'd had enough of that kind of, I mean, I was the biggest artist in America for about a year. I had #1 album 2 Christmases in a row, the same album. But what I'm saying is that it was a very extreme phenomenon for me. I especially being on my own and out of Wham and not with Andrew to kind of keep me company anymore. It was a very extreme phenomenon, and I experienced at the age of 24 the full force of what it is to be a celebrity in America, and decided very quickly that that was not what I wanted. So I don't think there's any question of that. I think anyone who has the slightest intelligence has got to be anti this American administration.
Yeah. And what's interesting,
the two things are not connected. Right now, we're not connected with our administration. 90% of us are saying no, they're saying yes, so they don't represent us. And I think that, absolutely, Bush doesn't represent the majority of good-meaning people in America.